Power on. Bluetooth connected.
What's going on, great people? I God. okay? I want to welcome in every person, place, and thing in existence. You're now rocking with one of the greatest creatures on the planet Earth. Known none other than Nate the Crane. I would like to remind you all that you people are very beautiful. All right, the gathering for today is going to be imagining thyself. Yes, indeed. Yo, we're not coming from a third eye perspective. Y'all know that, right? I hope the whole entire universe know that we're not even coming from a second point of view. Rather the first. I want to welcome every person, place, and thing in existence, as I always do. And keep it in remembrance, I'm offering and giving and shouting out to you nothing other than peace, love, and prosperity. Check? Yes. That's what I'm going to wish for you. Peace, love, and prosperity. Can we say that together? Huh, family? Come on, let's do it all together. Let's make like you know, this is the time for us to have our progression. This is the time. The reason why I titled it Imagine, because I'm good with wordplay. I like to study etymology of all languages, not just English. You know? And so just look at the word imagine. In it, you're gonna discover there is a image. I want you to reflect. Take a moment for us, a few, all right? For at least about 30 seconds. And reflect on the image in which you want to portray in this world. Can we do that together? Huh, people? How was your day? Was this day better than your yesterday? And if it wasn't, then here's what I want us to do. Whether it was good or it wasn't, We're going to forget about yesterday. Why? Because yesterday doesn't exist. It's not real anymore. It's not here. In fact, almost if you're powerful enough, almost probably everything and anything can be changed today. That's how unrealistic yesterday is, as opposed to being right now in the present moment. There's a continuous idea that needs to be expressed with us beings when it comes to this concept of developing self, being in the know, being in the present moment. Individuals like to speak about tomorrow's not promising, yesterday's not this, that thing, and the other. And we should be focusing and dealing in the moment. But, we need to continuously express what is your moment like. Did we fall back and slip into yesterday? Am I too much worried about tomorrow? Even though you may not see it like that, trust me, there's individuals in this world that cannot keep a controlled and focused state of existence with it, which is in the mind. That's why we got all types of forms of meditations to help people to do what? To practice, to bring about a perfection in a thing. See? Because remember, the mother of perfection is practice. So if we continuously practice a thing, it has to manifest, no matter what it is. So imagine it's important because as you sit back in this present moment, and wherever the thoughts take itself, which is you, see? It's to be acknowledged as a state of manifesting and creating. I want you to stop playing with your thoughts. You don't daydream and you don't have dreams at night. There's no such thing. That's just like keep telling somebody, never mind yesterday, forget about tomorrow, and deal in the present moment. Well, what do you mean? Explain that. Just, I am in the present moment. But I thought, what do you mean? If you really look at it, I got my glasses, my books, okay, I'm here with you. We sit here dialing on, the phone might ring. So the present moment could be a variety of ideas. We want to express and bring out the most fruitful, macro, and energetic, so-called, for the religious, our religious brothers and sisters, spiritual. You, trust me, if anyone is a follower of any God, you must remember that your creator has made specific instructions. For what? For you to do greater works than he did. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Come on, y'all. Let's not play with the truth. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, so yes, people, it's very important for us to draw this image of what, where, how, why I'm supposed to be existence. If not in this vehicle, let it be as many as you please, as many as you can handle. If you, some of you may be as powerful as me, have more than one avatar on one rim. Now, I know y'all people, I know the scholars and the scientists and these school teachers, they just heard that shit. They probably said, oh my God, what do you mean? You mean, yeah, you didn't watch the movie Us? Listen, people, you getting it construed with what's real and what's not real. That's the problem. It's like you going in the library and you asking, well, where's and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm always getting it backwards. But you know which way it go. So here we're gonna acknowledge in the library that there's a fiction and a non-fiction section. Are we clear? Everybody can agree on that. Now, whether you agree that all of it is real, you know what I mean, or whether you agree the non-fiction is fiction, is truth, and the fiction is not real, or vice versa. Whatever level you at, I want you to walk with me on this. See? Because you're going to go in to this state of existence and you may have created more than one avatar on the third plane. Yes, and even possibly entrapped and closed inside of the ice walls of what they call your scholars as theologians and agriculturals and things of nature, the ice walls. Man has not yet came to the conclusion and the degree of acknowledging how they exist only because that they're thinking. Oh my goodness. Did you hear what he just said? Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. I exist because I think. If I wasn't thinking, did you know that there'd be no me? You don't understand life, do you? I posted it early. Death ain't the goddamn mystery. So I'm going to go through a variety of intelligence with y'all throughout this stream. And we're going to, mostly it should be about health. Okay? I got my health book here, right? And I got a book. It's knowledge of wisdom. This is a profound read right here. If you could get a hold of this, this will set you good for a nice, good 13 to 30 years. Real talk. Some people may say, well, Nate, everybody don't get to live that long. Oh, but you can. You got the power. You ain't got to go by what the original script that you wrote. You're the author. You could change the script of what you wrote anytime you want. The key thing is, I got to remember what the fuck the script was. Oh, I forgot. Damn it. But it's okay. You got people all over the planet. And I don't even mean to say people. Let's say energy for better sake of conversating. You got energy all over the planet, such as myself, who is giving you plenty of enough jewels and wisdom and water for every individual, every person, place, or thing in existence to at least now have their waist above the water. You see? In fact, I don't even want to see my niggas no longer hanging in there. You know what I'm talking about? You know how you call your uncle, you be like, yo, what's up, homie? What you into? What's popping? What's good? You talk about, oh, I'm hanging in there. Man, we got to stop that. That don't sound too good. Remember, your speech is what creates. Let me find something. I'm getting too hyped. Let me calm down. Because I want to show y'all. I'm not making this up. Where's the Bible at? Is there a Bible around? Somebody got a Bible? Give me a Bible. God damn it. Somebody get me a Bible. I'm going to the book of John. Because y'all got me twisted. I grew up doing this. I read this book backwards and frontwards with my eyes closed and sleep. And it ain't got to be the Bible. It could be the Quran. It could be any other scripture. The book of Bhagavad. Okay. But for the sake of being factual, and because we don't want to spread misinformation, because especially since Mr. Donald was able to give you back your liberal and freedom of speech. So you better make sure now, since don't make him be seen out to be a bad guy. You know what I mean? It's like he went out on a limb for y'all. He was able to make me still talk like this on just Facebook and not be taking my videos down. Because they was heading towards just giving you Cat Williams and Godfrey. Even though Godfrey, I give them people thumbs up. Even you too, Cat. However, I'm empowering individuals. I empower iguanas, rocks, squirrels, birds, ducks, pigeons, anything. So much lets you think that you're on the same frequency with me as being the so-called human being, right? We all bleed the same. Okay. Well, why can't I give you that much respect too? If I'm giving it to a goddamn iguana and an elephant. Or you say, oh, well, the dog treats me better, Nate. That's why he's my best friend. No, he don't. Stop feeding that motherfucker. I guarantee you, he's leaving you. And if I put a plate outside, you best better believe that's gonna be my homie. You got the game twisted. It says in the book of John, right? And coming out of the scriptures of the Bible. Let's turn the pages to John chapter 1, verse 1. And in the mortal energy of the Hebrew Israelite, read it out. In the beginning. In the what? In the beginning. When was the beginning, people? I don't know. Well, let's stop. I don't want you to keep reading your Bible and you have not. You're just going to be dumb all the way through. You started off dumb and you may end up dumber because you didn't even know when the beginning was. Stop playing with yourself. You're much greater than this, y'all. We're the greatest of all existence. And I'm going to prove it, as Farrakhan has made mention and done, to the universe. Never mind the world. He already proved it to the world. Your God here, I'm going to upgrade this. We're going to upcharge, baby. Shout out to Steve. Wasu, wasu, wasu. It's your turn. How long you want to keep worshiping old dead people? Talk to me. Who's the new people going to be in the story now? Huh? Will your grandchildren come to the computer and they turn you on and they see the foolishness and the simpleness of that and you're going to tell me that this is our ancestors 100 years from now? They're not going to be talking about Imhotep, Isis, Asar, Sebek. No. Martin Luther King? No. Malcolm the X? No. They're not going to be talking about them. You haven't seen the curriculum and informational changes that have been taking place since the set of the new order? Oh, we have so much to go over and uncover and decode. But I want y'all to walk first. Walk. We're going to walk before we start running it. Because there ain't no rush. You right on time. We just beginning. Matter of fact, we got a couple minutes. Go ahead and socialize. You don't talk about. Because you're on time with time and everything is everything. You see? So, in the book of John, it says, in the beginning, there is no beginning. There is not a time in which you were, never was. Let me repeat that and say it again. There was never a time, and we know there's no such thing as time. So by default, already right there, you didn't excel and master at all that it is. It's just that I got to figure it out now. But since we're working with time, I'm going to have to state that there was no time when you was not. You cannot have calculated time if it wasn't for you. I showed and proved how you can't even spell universe without you. No, people, you can't. You'll just be playing. You are that important. You see? So there was no beginning. But if you have to think that there was a beginning, you pick and choose the beginning. That's your job. You see? It's to the degree in which you see what the beginning will be. You see? So it goes on to say, let's get back to our point, because I don't want to leave nobody uh not with some understanding of certain points. I know I can bounce around, and I don't really mean to. It's just that my mind is so vast. However, you will get what's necessary for you to get it. You know? So, right. There was no beginning. There is no beginning. And and just keep in mind where what these words are written of. So you gotta work with it with the best you can. Because it's here. You see? It may not be accurate and factual, and in fact, it may even be a book of decode, a book to be decoded. It may be a book of formulated, well written, occult, ritual, mathematics, and science. Some people will have it to that degree, but that's not. But for you to worry such or be concerned in, you see. Here, let's point out our point. We're going to get right to that point now where we was. Listen, it said in the beginning was, well, this is the translation of CEV. I like the KJV, King James Version. Each version, it varies. So I want to read it here because it's just a extra added word. That's why I paused. You see? So in the beginning, who is called, one who is called the Word. So that changes the concept now. You see? And it's done intentively, people, because what they're doing is raising. When you control minds, you see, you got to understand that they got work for you to do, and it's never going to be the same. It's always going to change. That's why you have to changing up these Bibles. You got to understand, even in the King James version. As a matter of fact, we're going to pull that up out of the King James version. Because that changes. Listen, you can't change not even a letter when you're making a conveying a message that is supposed to be sent. That's just like, listen, people, if you made a circle and I told the first person out of 30 people that Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail of water, right? Pass it along. You cannot come back with any story other than Jack and Jill going up the hill and getting a pail of water. You can't even say no. I don't want to hear the last person tell me Jack and Stephen up the hill and came back with, no. And so, same thing. You can't change even a letter when you are conveying. No, you cannot change the word because what it does is changes the concept of what you are conveying. I'll give you another perfect example. You ever go to some people here in the city, you go to a Chinese store. I've sat and watched this. I don't smoke. I don't buy Lucy's, but I've seen when individuals say, "Let me get a Lucy." I heard him or her distinctly. I'm standing there, observation. I'm the original camera. I'm the camera before they put the cameras out on your corners. So she come to the fiberglass bulletproof 5-inch thick material, talking about, huh? Let me get a Lucy, man. They throw the money in there. She say, how many? Can you guess how many? Let's say this was $1 million question. You get $1 million if you get the right answer. I'm gonna give you. He said, "Let me get a Lucy." Is that 5 cigarettes, 6 cigarettes, 2 cigarettes, or 1 cigarette? You somebody pick. What do A mean? Look it up. But before we look that up, let's go back and look up uh, John chapter 1, verse 1. And if you have a Bible, it must be the King James Bible, people. Let's come out of that today. Okay? Because I don't want to deceive you and mislead you like what's going on in our world. See, I'm going to take you back to the beginning of it all. Of all where it started. That's where you look. That's the first place, like Columbo, you want to go, and I'm looking for some information. Well, in this case, you want to wonder who is God. So you got to go back through every civilization. You got to identify to that and what identifies and resonate with you so you can know who and what is you and stop running around here talking about you Puerto Rican or you Chinese or you Czechoslovakian.
Power off.
Stop that. Those are names of places, people. You're not Japan. You're just a nigga who live in Japan. That's all. I'm a nigga who live in America. Why I gotta be? What if somebody, listen, check this out. What if a excuse me, what if a person, let me curb my what do y'all here call this in America? Curse words? I think they call it curse words in America. I want to curve it for the people. Because I understand they said that I deal with a lot of sensitive hearts. People who work off of their ego and their heart. And I understand. I used to do that. But that's how I grew though. You best better know that. So if you want to really get the truth, you deal with me on a one-on-one consultation. But when I'm teaching, I'm gonna have to take all into consideration. But just check it out. Now, mm, what if it's the point where I was at? Oh, I lost my train of thought. I had not do that because I was listening to something here. I humbly apologize, but we're gonna get right into it now. Okay. I last remember I made mention of going in the store and knowing the difference and you can't change the words. Right. So we need to, I want us to come up out of the original, go back to the beginning, and you should be having a King James version of the Bible, right? If not, go on your computer and Google and pull up the King James version, because that's what I'm gonna do. King James version of John 1, chapter 1. What is the King James version of John chapter 1, verse 1? Listen. Oh, it ain't going to talk. Okay, it states, let's read it together. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Right? And I do think that it went on. It says it became a living flesh. Let's see something here. Let's read on. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not made anything. In him was life, and life was in the light of men. Did the word of God become living flesh? Yes. The phrase word became flesh appears in the Bible to describe the birth of Jesus. Now, I want to describe the birth of what you are imagining, right? Ain't that what we're doing here? Imagining ourselves? And did you know what you imagine and what you speak will manifest? That's the word becoming flesh. Flesh is micro, tangible, the physical plane, people. Let's do a little reading for a minute here. I want to read to you from this infinite mind of one of the gods that's on the planet Earth, or it may have been here. I'm not quite sure where he is now, but it's the God, infinite mind, Allah. It states that nature has patterns and cycles that have been recorded into numerous books by its students. Our ancient ancestors, uh, which were incarnations of you and people you have known. I don't want to go so far as back to Moses and Asar, Isis, and Haru, Amun Ra, King Tut. That's too far back. As far as I know, that was you. You see? And there's a quite possibility that yes, all 8 billion you niggas that's here today, you was at during that time. Come on, y'all. Didn't I tell you that there was no time when you was not? So you talking about over how long ago? Huh? 8,000 years? How long? When did Egypt? When was the last time I do not and walk in that same? Allegedly. Some people say, nay, it wasn't sad back then. It was fresh fruit we had growing vegetables and running water under the under the ivory and the cobblestone and yeah, I understand that, but that's not your ancestors. That was you all. Stop playing. Ancestors would be my grandma, my uncles, anybody who I knew here who passed on. That's what the concept is. Ancestor is, people. That's it. So the author of these books, right, would study the three natural powers. Now listen to the power that's in these words I'm giving. They studied the three natural powers of their relationship. These three powers were measured, right? They were measured by the energy they took in and expelled. Recorded within these words are the rules and the cycle of nature, nature's natural flow. Those who study this phenomenon realize that the rules never change and the cycles repeated regularly. The people, specifically, it has said the Chinese, used an understanding of these natural principles to calculate the changes within the energy field of the three treasures. Let that marinate for a minute, because the three treasures is that of heaven, earth, and humanity. We're going to get into the holistic health mindset so that we can both one in the hand, complement all aspect and nature of self, and progress and move on expediently. This is advanced class, people. I'm giving you the juice like what you could get in a monastery, a retreat, somewhere in Tibet. In one video, probably I'm going to wrap it all up in an hour, what they do for 30 years. I hold you, cap you not. I'm master with this. I'm almost, shoosh, give me a couple more years. Wait till the next decade. Can you imagine the intel of that I have at this level another decade from now? Huh? They know that. I'm watching them prepare for me. For 30, 40, 50 years on. And it's to no avail. They're just practicing. They're just using your taxpayers' money and creating shit to stop me. Yeah, they is. They drugs and all that other stuff are going on. Wasting your taxpayers' money ain't the only thing they doing. They taking your blood, making hundreds of niggas like you, that which probably be the nigga that's going to come. Yeah, you don't think if I got your blood, I could? Oh man, y'all don't understand how diabolical a nigga can be, do you? Don't you know there's movies? So don't tell me you ain't seen it in a movie. I'll clone a person just for exact simple nature to be your self-destructor. Yeah. Its whole mission is to seek you out and cause your demise. You didn't know that that's warfare, people. It's warfare. And you got to be, everybody don't know this. You're not supposed to know this. Because now that you know, it puts you on guard now, right? Oh, of course. Yeah. Do it put you in danger? No. Because if that was the case, you was in danger when you came here. Jack, you should never signed up for the assignment. Don't stop your blood clot whining. Don't start crying now because you find out the truth of all truths. You know how long you here, what you set up here for and to do. If it's just to come here and be a Jalen Hurts and throw some pigskin on, well, they don't use pigskin no more, but a football piece of turd, as Bobby Hemmett says. he said, you see how the ball, he bent over and he hiked the ball and a brown turd come out. Radio 2. You want to talk about? You notice in baseball, they don't use a brown piece of device. What they use? White. Just like on a pool table. Which ball is the master? The white one. Which ball go down last? Oh, I see y'all good. I see y'all been studying psychology. No, they not like you. In all them years, they taught my grandmom and uncles and them that we was all the same. Ain't that a bitch? Now they come out. You even got white folks on TikTok dancing off there. They loving it. Let's read on a little bit. What's the malfunctioning? We're gonna put some vibrations on some megahertz, y'all. And these tunes that you're listening to, wow, it's playing in the essence of your conscious and your brain, right? The subconscious while you're listening to these empowering words. I'm I'm hoping that they are empowering for you as they are empowering for me. Remember, I'm doing this for you because this is how I do it. And I found it very successful. Never mind helpful. You can forget about helpful. Once you to this degree, there is no help for you. Okay? They know that. You cannot cure a psychotic. You are 100% officially insane, bipolar, coming from all hemispheres. Stop being scared of yourself. You letting them tell you that you only work with a little small percentage of your brain. Well, give me the rest of it, God damn it. You don't want to use it? You either lose it or use it. That's right. Your brain, nigga. I ain't playing. This is some serious days and time, bro. Y'all playing too much. Doing dumbass shit out here in the world. Shooting up after the goddamn celebration. It's not called for. And it was set up. And I can prove it, but this ain't the video. But those who have eyes, let them see. Those who know. I ain't got to go in and explaining that. You guys made a left into the river. It was self-explanatory. So the cycle patterns and the motion of the wave gave birth to the yin and the yang concept, which represents the duality and oneness of two opposing forces, both yin and yang, are represented by the ancient Chinese symbol, which I'll show you here. All right. So its essence lies in the concept of darkness and light, represented by the continuous circular movement of light. According to this Chinese philosophy, everything within the three natural powers deals with the yang forces, including an individual's daily routine. One of the most influential books that recorded these patterns and cycles of the three natural powers was the I Ching, the Book of Changes. It studies the various combinations within the yin and the yang force of the celestial bodies, heaven, the science of geometry, earth, and the affairs of the people's everyday life, which would be the humanity. Check. The I Ching, the first among the six classics of Kung Fu, Zeus, which is Confucius, is a system of 8 trigrams that formulates patterns into 64 hexagrams based on the yin and the yang. It is mathematically designed system used for preparation, prevention, and self-development. It is inevitable within the realm of all our sciences that we study mathematics. People, mathematics is in everything that you do. You see? If you was to go, ladies, you want your hair braid. Don't you know they can literally tell you how many braids that you got in your hair? If you was to go buy a pair of shoes, did you know you need to use numbers? Huh? If you came to me and you wanted a haircut, did you know that you're going to want a 1.5 against the grain for a crew cut? Huh? I'm going to have to use a blade. It says either number 1, a 2, or a 3. When I build your home, did you know I'm going to need the measurements of the size of the garages that you want? Did you know that? Oh, you didn't know that? Yes. In everything that you do, when you go fill your car up with fuel, you're only going to get a certain amount of numbers per gallon so that to get you how many miles? 3. So why aren't you talking about why are you talking about you not a mathematician when you can use math all day? Some of you people are great mathematicians, great scientists. You just don't know it. So you exert your greatness in foolishness. Because that's what they teaching them. That's what the schools bring. That's what it makes. Tap dancers. How you think number 7 get its glamour for the Philadelphia Eagles? Huh? Dancing, nigga, dance. I thought I had to Google the Philadelphia Eagles what it was mascot. I thought they was the mascot. I didn't know they got a man. I didn't never was he at the parade? Hold up. I know Philadelphia Eagles got a mascot other than this guy, number 7. Come on, y'all. See, even you didn't know. Yeah, that's not the mascot, y'all. Everybody thought that this dude, what do you mean? Nope. Watch, Google it. Who's the mascot for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Eagles mascot Swoop shows off dance moves ahead of Super Bowl 59.
Yeah, Swoop. I must have missed Swoop. Oh, hold on. Number 0, the Eagle, right? Now, what's this guy name? Who is this number 7? Dilly? No. I don't know his name. That's a shame. But it's a good thing. Because I'm sorry, I'm just don't, I have better things that I'm sorry, I shouldn't say better. But I just have more important. No, I can't say more important. I just have what I'm sent here to do. And it doesn't involve me with knowing what, a lot of the things on earth. Like, I can't tell you how many points Michael Jordan scored. I never could do all that stuff. I can't tell you how many bats and home runs, I don't know who's a great baseball player. Them things that's what trained in the minds of the people who runs the planet, who makes the preparation and instituting of the bureaucracy move. That's not me. You'll be lost in the sauce if you expect me to guide you in the American way. Real talk. I don't know how to do it. Although I've been here over 100 years. You know what I mean? It's just that like this not crazy. It's not, y'all seem like it's something unbelievable. Listen, you think Trump know anything about your heartache and pain? Huh? Did you hear what Trump told Barron, his son? What's the three things that Barron is not to do? Anybody know? I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna wait till one day somebody put it in the comment section. I'm gonna see just how much you've been paying attention to what. See? That's what I know. And they say that boy, I'm gonna tell you this. Barron gonna be America's next president one day. I'm sorry, not next president. Barron's gonna be America's president one day. I'm gonna put that out there first. I'm the first. You heard it here first. Don't go nowhere. You ain't gonna go to no show, no other podcast, and find out the science that I'm putting together. You may go find similar science that is of equal in energy, but we all vary in our own techniques and gifts. That's what makes us our God dependency in our almightiness. You see? That's why I'm perfect and you not. I'm perfect in that of who I am. If my one leg is longer than the other, that's not imperfection. Maybe to you it is because your legs is the same size. And it's just the level in which you reside in at the time. You see? So what I want to do here is wrap this reading up and get into the African holistic health and concept. We excelling in the European concept of health. We can all agree on that, right? We're doing good. I know people that's in the medical field. So we're doing real good. We may not cause and solve AIDS and cancer and all that yet, but maybe it may need for you or you to set your grandchildren up to come in and do so. Only time will tell. For now, let us see something. Check. Oh yeah, man. Either you gonna do it or we gonna produce somebody that's gonna do it. You ain't gonna have no other choice. I don't produce humans over here on my airwave. I don't create nothing of idiocy. You see? It's about creating greatness. So it is inevitable within the realm of all our science that we study mathematics to a more detailed description than just numbers. People, even numbers are symbols, and that's the original language. You must understand that. Mathematics is the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. You see? You let Nikola Tesla have it, and that's why they threw that out there at you. Because still, they only want to keep you in that certain percentage, small, narrow fragment of your brain. Without having ever getting the chance to explore all what your brain has to offer. I'm getting pissed at reading this stuff that's keeping me docile and intoxicated. You got America is the number one country having chemicals, ingredients, so called, and not no goddamn ingredients, in their foods more so than any other country. Why is that? Has anybody ever questioned that? I tell you why. Cause you's a bad. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Ain't no people on the planet more powerful than you niggas here in America. You lucky they ain't got more shit up in them foods. I better calm down, right? Else they gonna do. He gonna tell you know what I mean? Your organic shit they gonna start being contaminated. Yeah. You don't think I expect that? Go stand my dumb ass in the corner then. What you gonna do that already have been done that I'm not aware of? When I'm telling you I'm God Almighty, I'm the God Almighty. Accept that. And move on. Go along. Be a little G or something. Go be all you can be. Or whatever it is that you find that you can see. But you shouldn't be concerned about me. Oh, I like that. That sounds like a poem, don't it? I couldn't even recite that if I tried. I'm serious though. I need not be worrying about you. You might be more thrown off than me. That nigga, they said that nigga throws the fuck. Oh, he's out of here. Yup. He all the way out there. Like Jeter told Martin. She, she said, Martin, you lost it, baby. He was like, yup, your brain. She was pointing to the stars. You ain't get it. That's you out there. And that's why he was looking. Because he realized at that moment that he was lost. So he had to see himself. Because he knew that everything was what? Inside out, upside down, and backwards. Huh? Is it not for every individual on the planet, there's a star in the sky? And did you know that when that physical so-called die, cease to exist in its density that it is, meaning evaporate back into the essence, so does the star? They ain't gonna teach you that in school. Because they're gonna say, stop daydreaming. I'm gonna tell your mama, wake up, get this information on the blackboard. You supposed to be educated. You ain't supposed to be entertained. And Facebook, YouTube, as a reminder, this is strictly for entertaining purposes only. Never mind everybody else's business. You do with this what you will. Nevertheless, it's going to go on. The goddamn shit is going to sell. Whether you feel comfortable with it or not. Donald Trump, he ain't playing because you feel as though that he's a criminal as the head of the country. He cared to what crap you gonna do, or how many petitions you throw up, or marches and fiddles and kicks and cries that you got. Huh? I got things to do that I know what I'm here to do. You're the one that's confused. So get out there and start marching. You need some shoes? I get the government to get y'all some shoes. Y'all feel like marching again up into the White House? Ain't nobody in the motherfucker. Y'all just be like zombies on my game outside the gates. We want justice. All you gotta do is go get justice for yourself, y'all. It's that simple. It's that easy. It's that plain. You just gotta be wanting and getting in the willing to be free. I know slavery is a hard thing to come up out of. I used to be a slave, right? I do. I'm still is a slave to many things, you know? Right? But now it's just that I'm a slave to the greatest of things. I used to be a slave to drugs, a slave to cigarettes, slave to sex, slave to women, slave to, just coffee, marijuana, music, uh, great adventuring, riding. I was a slave to that. I wake up, got the first master I lit up was the Newport. I remember those days. After, you fulfill the second slave, which was the sex, you light the other one back up. And then you get ready for your day and things. A lot of you niggas, this is your. If you're not producing children, you're not supposed to be having sex. It's just that real. You have not found love. And 9 times out of 10, that's not your soulmate. And y'all know that. But that's for another video. So it is inevitable within the realm of all our science that we study mathematics to a more detailed description than just that of numbers. Mathematics is the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe, not just 3, 6, and 9. The whole goddamn scale, 1 through 9, plus 0. 1 and 0, which is the binary code for the third dimension. Look it up. Anything within the micro and the macro of life can be interpreted through that of mathematics. You cannot live life without it. Check. After trillions of years in studying mathematics, we learned that these figures come together in a harmonious movement, explaining a methodological, how do you pronounce that? And a systematic process of development, which can be translated into words of any language. Ain't that beautiful? Huh? This goes into more scientific depth than a mystified numerology theory. From there, of the numbers from 1 to 3, you're dealing in the supreme mathematics of the inner working of the mind. Huh? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which brings about right reasoning. See? Number 5 being the principle of application from 4 to 6, right? And then that from 6 to 9, you're dealing in that of the essence of being righteous fruits. 0 is being ciphered, as they say in the nation of gods and earth, or complete, whole, as the universe. So the proper scientific explanation of the material arts provides the solid foundation for information and creativity, and no longer mystifies the whole concept of the way, but rather clarifies it. See? Being Ixing is a martial art. This is a person. Being Ixing is a martial art concentrating on self activation, balancing, and rigidity of its science with the flexibility of self expression while articulating through its philosophy. The divine perfection of this guy, beyond Exing, expresses supreme mathematics through the science of everything in life. The art is the essence of bearing fruits, and knowledge of self is at the root of the tree. Are we clear on that? So without knowledge of self, the tree ain't even gonna grow, much less fall. That's why knowledge is the basic foundation of all things in existence. You got to understand that. You have got to know the ledge, know the extent of that of what you are into, and the extent only entails that of as far as what the eye can see, expecting no ending. You see, because a great one is never caught off guard, never by surprise. Nothing should be of surprise to you, and that's going to go take place in this existence. Are we clear on this? You better not. Oh, goddamn, a plane came down on Cotman and Boulevard. Oh, I lost my mind. No, did not you know that that's possible? What's wrong with you people? Where you been? Oh, I'm sorry. You having too much fun here on Earth to be paying attention to reality. You caught all up in the P. Diddy. That's what happened. They got you like a puppet on a string. And when the real shit hit the fan, these niggas have lost their mind. Yeah, you thought you was bad, didn't you? Not until they hit you with that atomic bomb. Wake that ass right on up. Anything can happen. And guess what? It usually does. So the three growing and developing is the student maturing in his or her study. The ripeness of the fruit depends on the student's dedication. This goes for anything that you're doing in existence. With the proper thought, the desire, and the feeling brings manifestation. And determined on the dedication, ultimately determines the manifestation. See? Some of you reap and your prayers don't get answered till next year. Some of you so strong and so in control and so powerful that all you got to do is say the word. You see how this works? So the ripeness of the fruit depends on the student's dedication, devotion, and discipline. Discipline is important, people. I know you like chocolate cupcakes, but it's acidic. It is not mineralizing you. It's doing you of no justice. Pork chops and hamburgers are doing you no justice. In fact, it may be filled with chemicals that are suppressing which brings us to the African holistic health, I think. All right. We're going to take a small break and we're going to jump right into, let's see, where we going to hit it at first? Yeah, it's Friday night, people. Don't worry. You ain't got nothing else to do. The Super Bowl's over and there ain't nobody on YouTube or any social media right now that's giving more powerful information than this information that's popping off right now here in the wilderness of North America and Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Let's get it. We're going to take a small break and I'm going to come right back. And when I come back, we're going to get into holistic female. Is it holistic female and male relations? Or, oh my goodness, where did I want to go? Is it supposed to be the relations? No, right. Fruits and vegetables and fruit. All right. We're going to get into some types of the diets. I think. Right. Okay. A diet guide into that of what is acidic and right and what is alkaline. Right. We're going to go over some things that are alkaline. Some of the all right. Wouldn't that be a good thing? You might want to get your paper and pen with this. So you can start writing these things down. I do also recommend that you download Dr. Sebi's dietary guide. I happen to be a student of Dr. Sebi, longtime student. Let me give a shout out, a bell, and a cash out to that of the Sebi in the Sebi family. All right. And they're doing a fine job with keeping the planet healed. And so with that, yeah, make sure you download the guideline so you know the proper foods that are edible for us to intake. Because everything that's in the supermarket, people, is okay. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm not like saying that it's bad for you and that it's just that if you are living a certain life and doing certain things in existence, then you want to be around certain things. You want to have certain things. You want to intake certain things. Yeah, you have to be judgmental. You have to be prejudiced. You have to be biased. You have to be, not towards people, but towards that which is betterment for the growth and development for yourself. You know? So we was listening to earlier the tracks of Surviving Star. Then you heard the track I'm That Good. All right. We're going to now listen to the, let's see. Let's listen to the soundtrack. It's Your Time.
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
And I'm going to come right back. I don't know why I feel like this is not where I wanted to go. And that's only because I probably changed up the. Well, you know what? It is. Hold on. All right. It's your time, y'all. Get out here and become your greatest aspect of yourself. And if anyone hasn't told you that you're great, I'm going to tell you, I think that you're great Each and every one of you. No matter what you've been through, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what has taken place, and regardless what anybody else think about you, I got enough power to see the greatness in you all.
American in the lights, feeling so right. Woo-hoo. Yeah, let's go, yeah. Uh-huh.
Rocking in the light, feeling so bright.
Yo, feeling good in the neighborhood. Yo, feeling good in the neighborhood. Sun be shining up in my childhood. Yeah, let's go, yeah. Yeah, let's go, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right, so got a little bit more further to go. You might as well get started. Again, I hope you've gathered your paper and your pen, so you might want to write down some of this information. I want to start off with foods to avoid and their substitutes. All right. Now, people, keep in mind, if you like to live healthy, right? You must, if you like to think healthy and bring about the most vibrant and being even downloaded with the transformation of information, and you must have a clean receptacle device for the creator to store and transfer its information, which is you. Are we clear on this? God is not, and I repeat, God is not going to download to the right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding to impurity individuals who is incapable of psychologically. Listen, never mind what people tell you. Oh, you can do this and you can do that. If you can do anything you want and you have become supreme. No. None of them have ever made it thus far. None of them have surpassed me. And that means until. You see? Which gives me the ability, as I stated in the beginning, is what? You're now rocking with one of the greatest cosmic deities known on the planet Earth. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. You see? So, if you want to be healthy, you're going to have to think healthy. And you can't think healthy eating cheeseburgers, French fries, chicken wings, lemonade, 3 wings, shrimp fried rice. Huh? What else we like? Pizza? What you say? You like pizza? Definitely no pizza. Cheese. It's a sure enough blockage of a way to have your arteries blocked. And it's also an element which prevents vital minerals, necessary nutrients to reach your organs in order for your organs to function optimally. Now you're gonna run out there tomorrow and get you some more cheese now, ain't you? Watch, a lot of you are. It's okay. You'll be all right the next life. I'm telling you, see, I'm giving you this information now. For those who aren't ready now, could just bet themselves up for another avatar greater than the one you got now, because you already know that this one is fucked up. I say the same thing. Father Law told us that. That's why he said, we are for the babies. You teach the babies, teach your children, teach your grandchildren that there is no Santa Claus coming down no goddamn chimney. And you dare not run around here believing in a mystery God, number one. I need to be, if I'm going to reincarnate back here to this plane, I'm going to need to be up under some niggas that's with that garbage strict passageway of thriving. I cannot think clearly, healthy, rightly, optimally when putting over acidic substance in my temple. So we're going to go over some of the things that we should be avoiding. All right. One of the things you want to avoid is black pepper. And a lot of y'all gonna be shocked to hear the things that really is we use every day that's in our cabinet and it's really destroying us. Did you know the first pharmacy was the kitchen? Yeah. The woman is the pharmacist. She's the doctor. The pharmacy is her kitchen. What she puts together and fix up for you to sustain yourself depends on your longevity, whether you're in your aches and your illnesses and your diseases and your sickness. Of course. You go to the doctor after 50 years of being with her, doctor say, well, you got high blood pressure. You say, well, doctor, how did I get high blood pressure? Too much salt. God damn it. She put all that salt in that goddamn grits and da 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 da. Yeah, you remember. And then she put the plate on the table. What you do? You put more salt on it. Start stirring it up, mixing it up. Now you poisoned yourself. Same thing with sugar. Did you know sugar technically has been categorized clinically as a drug? Look it up. Look it up. I'll find it somewhere in here. Aren't you lucky? White sugar is sweet, delicious, good tasting, and a dangerous concentrated sweetener. White sugar is, and no pun intended, no disrespect, and I'm not racist against anything white, but we are not, if you are non-ether carbonated creatures, to eat anything white. That means no white flour, no white sugar, no white grits, no white nothing. It's depleted of all minerals. And for you so-called black people, right, it is very harmful. Oh, I know I wanted to say earlier too. Let me bring this back up. What if a person from Africa moved to America? Would you be offended if they told you that they was African American? And here it is, you talking about you African America, and she just came from Africa and got her goddamn green card there. Yeah, that's how they be in church. I remember I used to go to church, that organ. Yeah, that's how they stay it up in you, get you to see the message. You need to understand you're not African American. Stop letting somebody tell you who you are. I feel better if you told me who you were. I ain't gonna, you just listen. There are a few words that's it's not gonna sit well with me if I ask you your racial identity. I may not say nothing. We may continue on having fun and doing whatever. But if you come out with this white, I'm black, I'm this, that, thing, nigga, you confused. You want a hamburger? You know what I mean? Cause like, what nigga what you actually want cheesesteak? Want Philly cheesesteak? After you told this nigga you confused. You know, they don't give a fuck at that point. At that point, and it's very disrespectful. These about disrespectful. Is it disrespectful if you tell me that I'm confused? No, it's not. I had monkeys tell me all the time that I was confused. It just made me work harder to make them more confused than the confusion that they thought that I was in. Real talk. And then hopefully at some point they began to turn around and see, like, oh, it just gets worse. Yes. The more you love and know self, the greater you become. Your powers start to come back to you. You'll start to see how everything that's going on in existence is caused by me. Not me, but by you. All your life, all your things, it's everything that goes on. It's not no mystery, God. But the further you stay away from yourself, the more you start not, the more you start giving other entities your power, your energy, because that's what we're doing. We're giving away our energy, and your energy is more sacred than your blood. Oh yeah, Elon done figured that shit out, and that's why they doing what they doing. You see, Elon got a chip in his head, y'all, and it's not the kind that he put in light he created, because he's already a robot. There's many different Elons, but there's the robot Elon. Y'all seen him before. Y'all know. Y'all seen different. And you said to yourself, well, damn, is that the same dude? And like, no, this dude is a chip, and now they made a chip where they could implant a chip in a human head, thereby connecting you with faster service and the rest of the robots. You see? You see, because what the robots can do is download all the information of your DNA. I'm going to say DNA, right? Why? Because it's been compromised. Yes, it has. Your DNA has been compromised, people. Did you hear what Anthony Fauci said? He's lucky, and that's in the micro. Biden got him about them charges, but he's not going to escape. That don't mean you escape that which warrant what you done with your hand. You see, we still got to face that. I face you. I may go beat you in court, but I still got to face myself. That what I've done with my own hand. Check. And I'm gonna have to. And yeah, we accept that. You have to accept that. Just next time, don't do that if you don't like it and it's uncomfortable. If you don't like your children coming in here dying before you need to straighten something out about self. That's all. That's all this means. Because you see, you got to remember, you wrote the script for this affair to take place. Ain't nobody else do it. It's not a mistake, mishap, a coincidence, a boo-boo. This is real life. This is real shit going on. Whether you want to accept it or not, whether you want to row your boat gently down the stream or ravishingly hard, we all still going down the same road. Your job is not to get bit by the dog that's going around biting everybody. So as stated here, that white sugar is refined carbohydrate and is technically classified as a drug. Did you hear what I said? White sugar is refined carbohydrate and is technically classified as a drug. It takes 4 pancreases. Listen, it takes 4 pancreases, people, to process white sugar. What's the alternative? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. I didn't think nobody was going to ask. I wasn't going to say shit. I ain't even on what we're supposed to be talking about. So, I ain't going to really spend too much time on it. But you can go out there and get you some, what they call agava, whatever, Agava. If you want, you can go ahead and switch over to, and Dr. Sebi might disagree with me, and Laylola Africa and other Yakin, they might disagree, but I mean, to work your way off of white sugar to no sugar at all, which what I did, you can switch over to the brown sugar and use less. You're gonna notice it's it's gonna take, you know, less sugar, and don't you have to be careful though. You don't want to see because the brown sugar is not as sweet as the white sugar. So you might want to put as you put 3 in your coffee 4, but now you're putting 6 rounds. That's what you have to be careful of. The whole processing idea is what? To deplete the body from the sugar. So it's like I'm giving you the step-by-step remedy to break down the poison. Check. Say, yeah, we gotta outline that, man. It takes goddamn 4 pancreases. People, you only got one. White sugar stresses. The pancreas, the kidneys, the liver, starves the brain of oxygen, causes adrenaline weakness, baldness, attention deficit, blindness, tooth decay, which pretty much what happened with me, eating too much candy, right? So we want to definitely get away from that. Black pepper, butter, margarine. See? You can switch black pepper for some cayenne, common, marjoram, oregano, thyme. Okay? Okay, for the butter, your substitute will be that of raw sesame, raw cashews, or raw peanut butter milk. Avoid candy bars. This is important, people. If you wish to be manifesting in the spiritual plane, in the macro realm, doing greater works than whatever God that mankind has brought to mind, you're going to have to stay away from cheese, cinnamon, drugs, flowers, ice cream, all meats, muffins, pie crust, prepared mustard, pastries, peanut butter, the nutty buddies. Okay? Salt made from rocks. Sea salt is better if you're going to use salt. See? Syrup, vinegar, white bread, white flour, anything white to the carbonated creatures is non-productive. The difference between a vegetable and a fruit is sometimes unclear. Every plant that vegetates on earth is a vegetable. Vegetation eaten from a table is called a vegetable. Oh, I don't think they heard me. People,
Power off.
do we need that on? No, not that one. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I don't want that speaker. That speaker, somebody can have that speaker. You all want that speaker? Just let me know. Get in the comment section. I don't want speakers that go on. I got another one sitting right here. This thing is still on. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hook it to that one. And that way I ain't gotta worry about I ain't got to worry about it going off anymore. Man, it's always this thing that take hours for it to get right. Yeah, so you gotta understand to think right and to do right, we definitely have to put the right substances in our body. It is important. All right, so while this is getting itself together, let's go on. It states that every plant that vegetates on the earth, every plant that vegetates on the earth is a vegetable. Vegetation, right? Eaten from a table. Vegetable. A fruit is a part of the plant. It is the part that contains a seed, exposed or covered with flesh, or some other reproductive device of the plant. The roots, leaves, stems, and branches are classified as the plant vegetable, and the remaining part is classified as fruit, right? For example, the corn plant has parts that do not have seeds, such as the leaves, stalks, roots, and the remaining part is the seed. Corn is the fruit of the corn plant. Some fruits of vegetables are asparagus tips, okra, broccoli, flower tops, peppers, cauliflower tops, squash, cucumber. Cucumber is high in alkalinity. I recommend organic cucumber. People, you could do yourself great justice just with eating bell peppers and or all organic now. Find you a nice dressing. I like $1,000 and make sure it is to non-GMO. They got some that's in the refrigerated section rather than the ones that's found on the shelf. All right, go to the. It's in the same section and it's only wise. That's how you know it's better. It's kept cold and it's in the same section of where you would get your fruits and your vegetables. Okay, you want to use that type dressing. It's a little bit more expensive. It costs a couple more dollars, but trust me, what's it worth for you to spend your wealth on your health? Huh? You're supposed to spend everything that you got. You're not supposed to be wearing or driving around or throwing it away to something else in existence. No, your health comes first. Let me see something. Hmm. All right. So
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Voice off. Voice on. Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
okay. right, so where was it? It states here that the danger of cooked food to African, not or and even then just gotta be African. All right, I'm reading from Dr. Legola Africa concept or mindset. Okay, so to be clear, I want everyone to understand that is actually for any individual, and particularly what he then called African, now today known as just what we are as non-ether carbonated beings, or for lack of better words, melanin. I know melanin don't sit well with some people, but you still have to acknowledge that they have a whole study of melanin. So, for what it's worth, melanin is high on the priority list of study. Okay, for those who out there who want to be disbeliever in melanin. Yo, who's the greatest, y'all? If I ask if you was on the street and someone run up on you talking about, yo, who the greatest, who you gonna say? Muhammad Ali? No, it's supposed to be you. What you gonna say? Some mystery guy? Huh? Some source of entity or deity that you've not really met or really can confirm exist? You just more on a hoping that it's true when you pass away type thing? Or you living in a nobody really surely knows what happens after death type state of existence? Then I'm sorry for you because that's not way for me. And it's what brings me to do umpteen minutes of expressing how you too can see your light. I got well ample enough material and energy for you not to be so dumbfounded. So as we stated that the danger of cooked food to, and we're going to read for uh, the words that's written here. Let's keep in mind, it's actually we're talking about for any people, but particularly for the so-called melanated black people or carbonated non-ether creatures, has been untold. Holistic Africans were forced to abandon a raw food diet and accept the Europeans' enslaved cooked food. All right. European cooked, fried, salty, sugary, slimy, pasty, constipating concoctions have caused mucus congestion. Did you hear what I said? The way you're eating your food today that was trained to you from that of the so-called Caucasian man is causing mucus congestion and buildup and parasites to develop within you. Everybody in America needs to do a parasite cleanse. Every last one of us. Thermal fatigue and changes in the function of the glands. For example, the liver and the pancreas have become more involved in digestion and have abandoned their other emotional, spiritual, and mental functions. Did you know your liver, your organs, not liver, but your organs have organs of its own? So it has its life that it has to do for you. Yeah, it gets that deep. And cooked foods have caused vegetarian animals, this includes man, to lose the digestive functions of the cecum, cecum, and the appendix, the former stomachs. They have atrophied, which means shrank to their present size. A Harvard Medical School research Dr. M.P. Marshall. Now, you know there's some good information here when they coming up out of Harvard. You know, everybody respects a nigga from Harvard. Oh, you went to Harvard? Oh, wow. How was it there? I wish I had got to Harvard. I was almost a candidate, but I didn't quite reach the marks. Like, no, nigga, you got to be picked to go to Harvard. You can't just talk about I want to go to Harvard and get good grades. That's like joining the Illuminati. Haven't you noticed most of the niggas that's in Illuminati is from them type colleges, them prestige colleges? Look at the people who do the Simpsons. Y'all think you think they predicting? No, these niggas is orchestrators and creators, man. These niggas are gods. It's you that's the unaware. They not predicting shit. They actually manifesting, bringing things into fruition. That of which is written in your scripture. Remember, Shakespeare had a lot to do with the script of that, what you call Bible. Yeah. So that his name could be found inscribed in Psalms, what, 46? Huh? Count 46 words from the top, you get shake, and 46 from the bottom, you get spare. Huh? How do you do that? So the medical Harvard person, Mr. Marshall, and another individual by the name of S.B. Andrews. What's with these MBs and SBs? Yeah. And Jay Mayer found that, listen to this, the brain gets smaller and the internal organs such as the kidney, liver, and the pancreas and heart get bigger on refined processed foods. Stop it, y'all. You illin'. You got control of what you can do in life. Nobody's making you go to Arby's. Don't even go to Olive Garden. Go to your garden. Create your own. Your kitchen should be your pharmacy. And whether male or female, who's ever in there is responsible for the health of the family. The endocrine glands, such as the pancreas, pituitary, and the thyroid, get larger from eating refined, processed, and cooked food. The pineal gland gets calcified. And once that happens, you can forget about spiritual evolution. Becoming all you can be. You're pretty much just to remain like Mike. Remember? You want to be like Mike? But you won't be having a tongue hanging out. Mike was like this. That's because he's part of the order. That's a Masonic gesture, if those who don't know. Why you think Einstein got the same pose? Look it up. Will you say you want to see it? I ain't playing, y'all. Listen, man. When I'm sitting here telling you it's the real dealer from Manila, Einstein with his tongue hanging out. I ain't make it up. You did. That don't look like Michael Jordan to me, do it? So what's with that? You think they both needed oxygen? Or were they like snakes? Because you know a snake, they send their tongue out and they can tell the perimeter and anything in it for the next 100 miles. That's why their tongue come out like that, those who didn't know. They smell, see, taste, and everything through their tongue. So you think Michael Jordan was in the air because Patrick Ewing was jumping a certain height and he wanted to determine whether he needed to go altitude higher, so he stuck his tongue out? He's blind. He's blind. Just like everything about the Super Bowl halftime show. Blinding y'all. Blinding y'all. All of y'all still blind. Even the conscious community. The conscious community is more blind than the 85ers. Did y'all know that? How the fuck did that happen? At least the 85ers, they feel it and they see something, but they just can't quite pinpoint it. You know what I'm talking about? So they just still do with it. White folks too. I see them. Trying to do the whatever it is he doing. But at least they putting their joints up. They know that this shit is satanic. Everybody in there, if you paid attention, when the ball Serena came on and he did that crip walk shit, you wasn't watching his hands. He threw it up on you. You ain't there. I see everything, nigga. I see everything. I don't play. I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm getting old. I'm getting too old for you people to be playing like this. The more you play, the wiser I get. Ain't that wonderful? The devil, that means the more the work the devil do, the greater God becomes. What do you say? He should go sit his ass down. No, he shouldn't. I need my hater. Let him do what he do. I get bored anyway. I need to upgrade. I need to upcharge. I need room for growth and development. I get bored, stagnated, and just knowing that 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, how long y'all going to just keep saying that? So what? Christopher Columbus discovered America. I mean, like, how long you going to keep teaching that? Can you teach us anything under the ocean now or in the Grand Canyons or something? Like, do the knowledge ever start to advance? Damn. America got to be out of all the nations the dumbest now. I'm not sure. I would have to ask Umar Johnson. So listen, we talking about food here, y'all. I don't know how we got to this. You know what I mean? It's still what? It's still Friday night. That's what it is, or Saturday. I don't even know what day it is. Woo! I got to come back down to earth and enjoy y'all. Did y'all enjoy your Super Bowl? I hope your Super Bowl was pleasant. You know what I mean? Yeah. All those who participated and wined and dined and ate and had sup with the Super Bowl. Yeah. That's what's up. Dude, hey. What they say? Fly, eagle, fly for the angry. BEAGLES. Beagle. What you laughing at? At least I did better than the Parker. Y'all see how everybody in Philadelphia, they were so drunk, they was misspelling Eagles? Or was it me? Or was they... or was that intended? I mean, like, we got it. Nobody's talking about this. How many times have you seen on TV where they didn't even spell Eagles right? I thought they was mocking the mayor. I don't know. Somebody get in the comment section and let me know that they was too drunk. I seen all the cans of bear juice thrown. I don't know how you let the joint hit him in the head. That's the first thing you supposed to be on guard. When you in Philly, we throw shit. Niggas got kicked out the stadium. They put a police department in the Philadelphia sports stadium because of Philly fans. Yeah, we'll hit you in the head with a rock, nigga. What's wrong with you? But they was throwing cans of beer because they want you drunk. And so look, y'all ain't peep game through that. Everybody talking about the Super Bowl. Talk about the goddamn parade. You see how vicious that was? Huh? I was going to get a bowl of water because he didn't cuss. But he cursed at the last minute. And so he got expelled. What's wrong with our Philadelphia sport team? Serenati. What's his name? What's his coach? Oh, man. Damn, I forget his first name. The Eagles coach name. Nick Sirianni. Nick always first one. He thanks God. Now, y'all can go back and do some research. You'll find a bunch of times and videos. Nick Sirianni, he's a faithful, devout Christian man. Y'all heard him. You give everything to God. But Nick, did you not share this with your team? Nick, everybody on the team cussed on national TV. You had, Nick, the Eagles, all you rappers on there, you thugs. I love y'all so much. I love my Philadelphia Eagles. I've never been a Philadelphia Eagle fan in my life, y'all, until 2025. And the president, did you know he was at the Super Bowl? Did you enjoy that, Donald? Donald, how many times you came to Philly before you became president? We appreciate you, homie. Yeah. Oh, and let's not forget Voodoo Doll Lady. Woo! You put that work in. That shit was so. That I think it was affecting Andy Reid. Or was it me? Andy Reid was like, he was speechless. He said they was not corresponding with his team. He was not corresponding with the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator. It was like he was in disbelief. Did y'all see Andy Reid's energy, y'all? Was you reading his energy? It's either he didn't know how the Eagles were so supreme, or and this shit he knew was rigged, and the Eagles was. That's the only two things. That's the only thing I got out of Andy Reid. Real talk. I said, Andy Reid, are you going to tell them step it up or what? He just like this. Nah, that's all right. We giving the Eagles this one. We beat them last time. They said we cheated, so we're gonna let them just win. Now, is that me or maybe I'm tripping? Was that not the same Chiefs? Like, somebody talk to me. Why do Kelsey get his first pass in the third quarter? Kelsey, huh? Somebody not paying attention to the script, getting caught up. Now remember, back on the health note, we was dealing with some Harvard graduates who did a research, right? And they proven that the brain gets smaller and the internal organs such as the kidney, liver, pancreas, and the heart get bigger on refined processed foods. The endocrine glands such as the pancreas, pituitary, thyroid gets larger from eating refined, processed, and cooked foods. Charles Darwin verified, which we a lot of help. We're gonna again, so probably even on the health tip, we have to really do a thorough research and diagnosis as to Charles Darwin theory, because his theory of people coming from monkeys. But then again, you gotta understand how they were working. So I'm not gonna say that. Yeah. But you have a lot of people who will debunk and disagree with Charles Darwin. And I say it's only for the simple fact that they don't understand the when, what, whys, and the hows. That's all. All right. So we're gonna chalk that up to that. But moving on, while we move on, because that's what we do. We're gonna keep moving on. I care less whether Darwin, whether a nigga came from a monkey or not. Nigga, I'm not coming from a monkey now. That's the main thing I'm concerned about. I'm thinking and doing better than a monkey. You can call me G-O-D. Okay? If you can't remember that, just say God. Real simple. But Charles Darwin verified that the brains of enslaved, domesticated rabbits are smaller in size than those of a wild, unhumanized rabbit. Other European scientists, such as Donaldson, further noted that the wild guinea pig, rabbit, the rat, and the fox and lion have larger brains than enslaved zoos and circus domesticated tamed ones. Tamed animals, like down there in Philadelphia, you zoo. Did you know that? Interesting to note that the fossil skulls of the Netherland man, approximately 100,000 years old, indicated that they had larger brains. And the brain was heavier than that of the so called modern man. All right? Cooked food causes a rise in organ temperature. People, you need, I know you're not going to change your diet. But you do have to learn. So what you do, you learn this. If not, make an attempt to do so in changing. You teach it properly to your seed. Remember, Wu Tang is for the babies. It's mathematics and science into that. Because that's where you're going to be a baby again. I guarantee y'all. A lot of you niggas, especially particularly here in the wilderness of North America, y'all got to have y'all incarnations back here. You not like me. See me, I could do it whether I want to or not. I've graduated to that degree. See, in my Donald Trump position in energy. But many niggas, they got to keep coming back because they first got to understand what the science of mathematics is about, and then start to overcome some things. Okay, you people still got to grow up out of your anger, your hatred, your lust, your envy, and you're not kidding. You cannot do that as long as you're worshiping things that do so. You see, open up your Bibles. God hates. God envy. He kills. So as long as you're worshiping that type of energy, that's what you're going to produce. You'll never be greater than that of what your God is. So until you start to accept yourself and become that of that I am, huh, we continue to have suffering, pains, and incarnationings. Undesirable ones at that. So again, cooked food causes a rise in organ temperature. The constant demand on digestive organs to try to metabolize cooked foods and neutralize the harmful chemicals made by cooked food causes harmful fatigue. Thermal fatigue. The United Nations World Health Organization, them people that you rather believe than me, the CDC and them, they indicate that 97% of the primary cancers start at heat exhausted thermal fatigue organs such as the prostate. The toxic chemical and digestive stressors of cooked foods cause the glands and the organs to age and even get larger. This is the same thing that happens to a dehydrated thyroid or prostate. The glands and arteries get weaker as they get larger. See? Minerals are too hard to be broken down. Vitamins and enzymes are dead. So the endocrine interrelated chain of glands becomes what? Stimulated. See? And once this happens, it results in an increase in body weight. Huh? You see your husband, he walk around with that big stomach, talk about he living good? No, you're not living good. You're over acidic, and we should consult our doctors. But they're not going to tell you to. They need you to keep coming back. So they too will tell you that. Oh yeah, you fine, you healthy. And all the while, no, you're not. We're full of parasites, which this stuff affects us to be spiritual and heightened and advanced, people. You see why they got to keep telling you that you living healthy with a big stomach that's naturally no bigger than the size of your fist? Yeah. You see these men with these big stomachs that is stretched, whether from beer or eating too much. They're out of shape. Naturally, your stomach is to be no bigger than the size of your fist, people. So the indoctrinated, irrelated chain of glands become overstimulated, which results in an increase of body weight, right? Suggested source is comparative experiments with canned, home cooked, and raw food diets by Coleman, Eddie, White, and Sanborn in the Journal of Nutrient. I guess this is the book, page 14, 1937. It states that cooked plant or animal foods cause health quality to deteriorate. To deteriorate. The status of food enzymes and digesters and metabolism by Dr. Howell. All right? The status of food enzymes in digestion and metabolism by Dr. Howell. Enzymes are alive in raw food and help to digest, which means break down and metabolize the raw food. In ancient Africa, enzymes, and probably other places all over the earth, we just don't want to limit it to just Africa, okay? Because way before Africa was at its height, which has made its fall, there were other places that is not documented in your historical records in your European schools of how great you were. All right? All that information got to come from within. That's why I recommend that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep follow of my Facebook page because I continue to give you the information that you need to know to help you see about your life, about where you from, and what has taken place in and of and for you. No, we all ain't the same. Ain't nobody like you. He said it ain't like us. I say you ain't like me. How about that part? Huh? Go run out and tell Kendra that. You ain't like me. So the cooked food diet shortens the lifespan. It causes weak organs. Do you know that in other places, particularly in Africa, I know a person that's 130 years old. I don't know if you can find somebody that old here in North Philly. If there is, I'd like for them to get in the comment section and reveal themselves. If you know somebody that's living over 80, 90 years old, that's a good thing. They're reaching far beyond the life expectancy here in the wilderness of North America. And you ever notice how they always ask somebody, oh, how you do it? They did it by simply just willing to be here. Ain't no particular special way. All of them gave you an excuse of how they did it. And then you always will find a book somewhere that tell you that ain't how it should have been done. Huh? Some people will tell you they they live to 120 years old. Well, I ain't gonna say 120, but I think we got like 110 over here, 103, 104. They put them on news. Oh, how'd you do it? I smoked a cigarette, one cigarette every day, drank one cup of coffee, and made sure I ate plenty of pork chops. Like, you never heard a motherfucker say, I ate all lettuce, bell peppers, and onions raw. I never ate cooked food for 30. You know? No, you don't hear that. And whether it's intended for you not to hear or not, my point still stands. The life expectancy here in the wilderness of North America is nothing other than a little bit. And you want much more than that. So You definitely want to be afloat as to the good sassy talk that I be talking. Okay, you're not gonna hear nothing nowhere else that causes you to think like I do. Nowhere, not even on social media. I'm about at the height of it gets. Everybody else deal with what's going on here on Earth or regurgitated information and teachers, whether it be Malachi York, Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, you name them. I don't I'm not talking about nobody. I make reference to these maybe some people, but for the most part, I'm giving you what I've discovered and helping you with what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Um exciting in you to want to bring out your revelation, your information. All right. So that's why I do what I do. I'm just here to help you see. Ashe. And with that, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. We're gonna come back a little bit later with some more of this African holistic health. I'm going to be coming back with disease and diagnosis and examination. All right. We're going to come back with remedies. We're going to come back with different herbs that we're going to be. You should be already taking herbs too. If you have watched this video and you are advanced as I am, then you should be already well grounded and enlightened with plenty of herbs and what they do for the human body and how we should be having proper etiquettes and ethics in existence. All right. And so with that, I want to leave you as I greeted you, and that's in peace, love, and prosperity. And I'm gonna wish you all on a great, prosperous journey. Make sure you take care of yourself and you do it on purpose. All right, we out of here, y'all. Go be great. Y'all know what it is.